Alright. It's like I
We
never
got
left.
this, maybe.
Hmm?
I'm saying, we got this, maybe.
Well, you didn't fail, so that means alarms are going off. So you have an extra boost now because you have a pretty good idea of how the slicing system works. But the secretary is getting a little impatient, wondering what the hell you're doing.
Oh, fuck me. It didn't save the computer's upgrade.
Oh,
Hold on.
what was the computer's?
Would
I
you allow
had-
him to roll one
I'll let him roll one.
replacement die?
It would be one yellow, right?
Yeah, it'd be one yellow.
Okay.
I'm
All
just-
right.
That still fails with the 2 failures.
Well,
But now
normally
it's-
yellow dice are to the right, so it would have replaced the second green one.
That still fails with the 2 failures.
It does.
Was there 2 failures?
No, there were 3 successes total now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's 3 successes and 2 advantages. So you succeed, and you have the encryption sample,
Alright, then.
and a pretty good idea of how at least the security here at the Cloud City Central Bank works.
Alright, so I suppose the next question, since Rakcharr doesn't know it, I suppose I'd ask you other, particularly like Lissa, like how is, like, security, like, managed and overseen here? Like, if you're going to, like, attempt, like, this whole attempt here, attempt the attempt. I'm trying to use vagaries in our location so that no one can pick up on what we're discussing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, who would be overseeing that? Like, what kind of security measures are you all going to thwart? Is that going to be able to beat everything?
Well, no. Of course it wouldn't be able to beat everything. I mean, sure, you could always have the proper key, but
Is there a system, like, in, like, Shadowrun where you could have, like, spiders, like, overseeing a system? I suppose I'm asking how Star Wars hacking works.
You mean Lobot?
Oh, that guy. Oh.
The network administrator of Cloud City?
Oh.
Now, would he be monitoring the bank at all times, though? Like, it seems like he'd be focused on...
The book says he's monitoring all network traffic almost 24 hours a day.
Well...
Fucking
we
cybernetically
have to
enhanced
kill
bastard.
Lobot.
It's why he doesn't talk to people. He's constantly focused on the computer world.
Okay,
This
so...
is why Lobot and Lando are statted. We have to kill them.
Alright. Alright, so let's go ahead and hand the access card back to the secretary, and let's, file out of the bank so that we can, discuss that as a possibility. Then I had mentioned, like, trying to, like, find more information on that Marcus Grayson guy and learning about his security.
Mhm.
Maybe we can... I don't know, trying to fucking kill Lobot sounds so moronic.
Well, I mean, really, it's not like they're going to immediately get your comlink access code as soon as you connect. They're going to see a connection from a terminal. It's going to take time to find it, and then time to get people there. So it's just going to be a time crunch.
Well, and this shit just plain isn't as advanced as even Shadowrun.
We can
computers
always-
are really stupid in Star Wars.
So
We
how
could
would it
always
work?
do the simple thing of blow something up on one side of the station and then pull a heist on the other side.
Blowing something up? No way.
You blow out a conduit or something.
We would have, like, fucking all of, like, the wing guard or whatever coming after us. I want to at least have a chance of leaving Cloud City.
Well,
maybe
you don't make
we
it
could-
obvious who did it.
Oh, they have enough cameras around. Maybe it's possible that we could, I don't know, track down Lobot, try to find a way to distract Lobot whenever we begin, like, the slicing so that he can't focus on defending the system.
That could be done. Depends on how you want to track him down. You pretty much know where he is. He's in, like, the main security office of Cloud City most of the days. But you do know he has to sleep at some point because he's not a full robot.
It just won't be during the time we need him to.
So we'd have to find out his schedule. And if his schedule lined up with between the end of the gala and the opening of the museum, then that's possible. We would just have to figure out his schedule, and that means that would involve probably something that I don't have, which is actually being able to tail Lobot. I don't think a 7'7" Wookiee with no fucking stealth capabilities is going to be able to tail Lobot.
You can if the dice are with you.
I've heard about it. You're pretty cool. Don't you talk much.
You roll
try
the
to, like,
dice and
Try to, like, smooth talk Lobot.
an entourage of Wookiees show up on the station.
That is if you wish to tail if you wish to tail Lobot, that is something that you can in fact do if you wish to do it.
Alright, it's not something that my character can feasibly do, but I'm just kicking that out as a possibility if this Lobot guy oversees the security and administration. Figuring out his schedule and trying to find a weakness in that sounds better than a more violent approach.
What about something like disabling his access during the time we need to do it?
How could we even do that?
That would
Kill
be
the power to his area or something like that.
That sounds like it would be another difficult hack job, which would involve Lobot overseeing the protection of it.
Dude, I really just have to say, like, looking at the scale of what we're trying to do, I don't think we're going to get by with, like, half actions.
You never know.
Tracking down Lobot and learning his schedule does sound like a full action to me.
You know what I mean.
No, I don't, Brian.
Doing small stuff probably isn't going to get this done.
Alright.
'Cause I mean, like, we don't have the time to do all the little minutia of preparing for a giant heist. We have a day and a half.
Well, you could do it if you guys split the party.
See, we can think about it. I do believe that some folks wanted to go get some other sort of plans anyway from Incom.
Mm-hmm.
So there's
Yep,
that.
the
Schematics.
defunct construction company.
That way we can figure out where that chute and the back leads.
Here's another thing. Incom is, I don't want to say notorious, but they're a pretty well-known ship construction group as well. Like, we might be able to get some parts there for our thing.
Okay. I can ask the computer and sort of, like, rack my brain and, like, maybe ask around and, like, maybe there's, like, a seedier area of Cloud City. There's got to be still, even after Lando cleaning it up, a seedier area of Cloud City, right?
Lando breeds seedy areas.
It's true.
Just one thing about the Incom thing. The Incom offices have been taken over by the Ugnaught-run construction guild. This is something you would have learned just as part of it. I didn't read that part.
So, in order for us to obtain those schematics, you're probably going to have to deal with the Ugnaughts.
Yeah.
And probably not violently, probably peacefully, and see what they want.
Preferably violently.
No,
I agree.
If I was a player, it'd be violently.
Because they're Ugnaughts, I want it to be violent, but we should try peaceful.
Anything that attracts attention before we do the jewelry heist.
Mm-hmm. I also remember that Grimith, you still want to try to sell those alien artifacts, those alien things?
Yeah, I was going to branch off from the folks and try to like pitch like to the computer, like basically like ask like basic generic questions, like run like basic HoloNet searches, because they have HoloNet here, right? This would be one of the places, like, who is such and such? Who is Caltho the Hutt? Who is all of the other, like, sort of, like, bidders? And hopefully fucking, like, Lobot doesn't come hunt me down because I asked the wrong question.
That can all be arranged. It's perfectly fine.
And the next thing, there's like a seedy section of Cloud City, right? Like, Lando hasn't cleaned it all up, has he?
It's Port Town, the area you guys are all, like, you landed it and have that place where Eris met you. Port Town. That's
Town.
Yeah.
I guess that's the place to go and ask questions. So our ship, that's in Port Town, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So we're off to the side. That was actually another concern I had too. We're not at like the major fucking spaceport here. Okay, that's good.
No.
That's good. That's good. That was another concern I had.
Bespin is still a shadow port because I think Calrissian would not remove all elements of the underworld because they're useful.
Okay. So yeah, you folks can figure out how to do things. Rakcharr is gonna basically yell at a computer, trying to get him to answer his questions about basic information regarding the bidders, and then try to sell his weaponry.
Did you want any help with negotiating the
No.
sales?
I think that your character would be better served actually trying to prepare to complete the heist instead of doing what I'm doing.
Talking to Ugnaughts.
I think
That's
you
just an
negotiate.
automatic failure, isn't it?
I don't even know what they are, but they sound ugh.
They're the little pigmen in Cloud City.
They're awful. The sound.
Ugh.
Are you sure you don't want help?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. It sounds like your talents
I'm
will be
begging you.
needed. No, Laana.
You need help.
You and Lissa, this is very important. You know, anything
No.
otherwise is
And Jay's
secondary.
there.
They're
too.
awful little things.
Right. So yeah, I'll go off on my own to basically yell at HoloNet or whatever, and then try to sell my goods and services. I'm sure you folks will find things to do. Have fun with the Ugnaughts.
All right. So you guys heading off to the construction guild?
That's- Those horrible little monsters.
Here, I'll make myself tiny to properly blend in with Cloud City.
Wow, you're still pretty big compared to Cloud City.
Well, hi guys.
Oh god, it's Gojira. So you guys gotta do what you guys heading to the construction guild?
That's where we're headed.
Alright.
I think so.
Level
Alright.
154 in Port Town. Welcome to the construction guild. Former home of Incom Industries. And it's just I mean, you immediately know that the entire level is pretty much dominated by Ugnaughts, by the way. Just Ugnaughts everywhere.
Did you say Port Town or Pork Town?
Port Town.
That's
T-
a shame.
Anyways, upon entering the construction guild building, there are about 50 Ugnaughts walking around, busily doing things. What do you do?
Try not to touch them.
Okay. Congratulations, you have succeeded.
Alright, mission success.
Alright.
Jay's just keeping his eyes open and playing bodyguard.
Bodyguard, are you keeping up the lock leg block?
Yeah, lock-legged and everything.
Did we want to try to negotiate with them or just try to find a terminal and take the shit?
You would think that right now that there's no
What's-
accessing a terminal. It would be difficult because this place looks to be a hive of activity, and everyone here except for you is either an Ugnaught or a droid. And their
You're
droids are all pretty much the same. D3.
So then it becomes a matter of finding out what they want for it.
No, you haven't asked any of them, so
Who looks important?
well,
Which one's holding a clipboard?
a lot of them are holding clipboards. But if you are you going to ask them this? Are you going to ask them any question? Are you just like going to point at one and say you?
Just kind of like right now, take me to your leader type things.
Okay. You're lucky. You got one that could actually speak basic.
Just yell, "Who's your supervisor?" and shake them by the shoulders.
Anyways, you are there referred to the chief foreman of Zoth Ix. You are led to him, and Zoth is a stooped and aging Ugnaught with a long mane and frizzy gray hair. He doesn't look very nice. He also doesn't speak a lick of basic.
What does he speak?
It doesn't matter. He says he's accompanied by D3LOM, a protocol droid.
Didn't they go kind of crazy?
My
Eyeing it
master's off wonders
suspiciously.
what he can do for you.
You mean LOMs or protocol droid?
Long.
Both. But yeah, LOMs tend to have erratic personalities.
We're just here to get the schematics, right?
Pretty much.
More or less.
Is there anything else we needed here?
We don't want the ire of the Ugnaughts.
Pigman sponsorship for the race, maybe?
My master, that's not very nice, master, wishes to know why you need the plans for Cloud City, namely this one region.
We're looking to open a shop in the area, and we wanted to find somewhere that would be structurally sound. We've heard bad stories.
Alright, I'm going to need you to make a deception check.
Against his
I guess-
vigilance, I think.
Just did 2 difficulty, 2 purples. Alright. That's Gamorrean. I can't do Ugnaught, never mind. I refuse to do Ugnaught. Anyways, he said. Anyways, the droid looks mildly astounded at what you assume are rude and lascivious comments that he makes towards you. But he says, "My master wishes to tell me that it'll be 500 credits to cover the cost of producing an accurate replica of the original plans."
Does it really have to be so much? I mean, we know this place helped build it. It should already be on file. That's not much trouble for you, is it?
Make a negotiation check with difficulty 3. This Ugnaught has been in a few negotiations this day.
Sure he has.
He's old and gray, and he hasn't been killed yet. Yeah, you're taking 3 strain, by the way.
I'm just waiting to press the button. Mostly I wait for you to tell me what to do with it because I don't know if you're applying it towards something else.
They kept touching your hand.
They keep pawing at her hands, trying to reach up at her head tails.
I'm glad you said head tails. Anyways, he says 450. He says 450 credits.
Wow.
450 credits. Final deal.
I can cover.
Well, it's better than 500.
All right.
If you don't have the money on you, Lissa will hand you basically a small chip for the on.
Mm-hmm.
I do not have 450. I have 352 according to generator.
Just take my 450.
Mm-hmm.
We'll make the transaction and give Lissa an IOU from the party.
It's fine.
All right. You guys have achieved Cloud City plans.
Great pig cess.
Yeah, you know, you just didn't get the plans for that building. You got the entire plans for Cloud City.
It's kind of what I
Well-
was hoping, but at least I was hoping for at least the sector.
Yeah, you got the entire thing for Cloud City. It's basically this big hollow thing, like, you know, the Death Star, that you can zoom in on areas, rotate it
Wonderful.
around. 3D blueprints.
Well, I'll give him a nice smile and say that it was a pleasure doing business, and we hope he comes to see our shop someday. Choking back all of
And then
my
we run.
coughs of disgust until I get outside in the air that's actually fresh and not piggy.
All right. We'll go off to Grimith now.
And then I go wash my everything thoroughly.
So here I am at this HoloNet terminal in Port Town. Rakcharr's I like to imagine him as being tech inept, but he's inept enough to have 2 intelligence. He's just staring at the thing he never had a HoloNet thing whenever he was a moisture farmer. Didn't really get to enjoy it on Nar Shaddaa, so he's staring there alright, now how do I bring up the prompt? Where do I go from here?
Mm-hmm.
I guess, and actually this seems almost obscene. I guess I would try to rack my brain either with knowledge underworld or any other sort of knowledge skill, or by using computers to access the HoloNet, basically like to see what names might pop up for each of the bidders.
All right, which one do you want to use? Because those can be two different roles.
Right. I guess what I'll first do is since I am here in Port Town, is attempting a I suppose like an underworld sort of check.
Mm-hmm. On anyone specific or just in general?
I think it would end up being on all of them, and I would just like go in whatever order I can make like an overarching roll, because I want to like try to find out information I can on all of the bidders. So,
all right, we'll start at the top. That's fine.
I don't remember all 7 of their names off the top of my head. Would you mind showing me the tokens? Okay.
Okay, I can. Let me just grab them. No, that's Lando Calrissian. He's not one of the bidders.
Damn it! I know a lot about Lando.
Here they are.
He only plays Sabak for high stakes.
All right.
I found the missing one.
Oh, that's good. We have a lot of head tails people there. All right.
I count 3.
The first person there, I suppose I'd ask about is Vorse Tabarith.
Mm-hmm. Okay, it's fine.
Let me go ahead and what kind of is it 2 purple?
2 purple.
Okay.
If you may.
Horses magnificent.
All right. You basically get a lot of the same information you got back from Eris, but you do learn a little something new. One of the bookkeepers in his syndicate is a Twi'lek by the name of Faya Lethax. I'm gonna spell it out for you.
Okay.
This is it's a Star Wars.
That is, I totally would not have ended up with that.
Yes, this is something you learn on just a. This is something you learn on a HoloNet search onto one of those CD BBSs. Anyway, that bookkeeper is interested in joining up with Kaltho the Hutt's Khajiit, and he would do quite a lot for anyone who would make him an introduction. It's basically like a post room is like, dude, I would love to join. Dude, Vorse is going down the hill. I want to join Kaltho the Hutt.
Okay, that's cool. Well, that seems like a natural tie-in. Then let's see what I might get from Kaltho the Hutt.
Kaltho the Hutt.
No, you have to have your token selected, you dumbass. Otherwise, the framework doesn't work.
All right. I'm just gonna keep tabs on all those things. You're not taking strain.
All right, good. I get enough threats. I trigger like interest. Like, who's asking about all these people?
All right.
He's going to ask so many questions. He just passes out the tournament.
Okay, this is actually important for you, Grimith, because does your character remember the Khajiit that the person you killed was in?
Yes.
Okay. Kaltho is a member of that Khajiit from
Russia. Oh, son of a bitch!
He controls several major spaceports and private landing bays on the Smuggler's Moon. Also, the bounty hunter Carrick has come with Kaltho to Cloud City, serving as his chief enforcer. He can be found at the 4.5. It's just another cantina. That's where he likes to hang out.
Okay. Guess where I'm not going? The 4.5 canteen. Rakcharr will actually go. And then utter several profanities and Shriek.
People are gonna go what's wrong with that Wookiee?
What's wrong with that?
Raise his arms in anger.
Lord.
Oh man. All right.
Okay.
Let's try to go to more pleasant times here. Maybe ask about Shreya or Dasa.
All right.
Yep.
All right. Shreya Ordas is a Togrutan who is an esteemed professor at the University of Sambra. She's here for the gala to procure the gem for her department. Her department is mostly known for geology and xenology.
Ooh.
That's basically all you know about her right now.
Okay. That's cool. I'll file that name away. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
Nil Micker looks kind of like a twat, so I don't know whether I want to ask anything about him. Let's ask about Paspadura.
Mm-hmm. The Twi'lek.
Well, I didn't get any threats.
Well, you didn't get any threats. We really don't learn anything at all about him. But hey,
Right.
on the bright side, the advantage is what you didn't really learn anything, but you sort of helped cover your tracks. You're like, huh.
All right, good. I turned on
That's a guy.
incognito HoloNet. That's good. Well, Rakcharr is just gonna assume that guy's not important then. Like, he's
Thought it was a
pretty
girl.
dumb.
Mm-hmm.
Is he a girl or she?
Nah.
I don't know.
I was
Paspadura-
asking God.
Paspadura is human. Paspadura is a male Twi'lek.
I'm about to say human. Holy shit!
Shreya Ordasa is a female Togruta, and Millimakur is some other thing that's like Togruta and Twi'leks, but not. I forget.
Okay. Well,
He's different.
I skipped Mill. Zekra there. I don't know. She looks kind of creepy for me too. Mill's scary. Zekra looks creepy. Eliza, she looks old. I hate asking things about old people. Let's ask about
Fuck
her.
old people.
We're asking about Eliza.
Yes.
Did I mispronounce it?
All right. Nothing there. Just an advantage.
Yeah. So basically, you're just covering your tracks by doing like Eliza things. It's about people being named Eliza.
Like, Rakcharr is like, I don't think any of the scratching his head. All right. Well, let's
She's old.
Rakcharr feels as if that's good enough. He's not gonna ask a whole lot of questions about everyone and everything. He's done asking HoloNet.
Mm-hmm.
It's good. It's good. I don't want to. I got 3 threats there and then 3 advantages. I'm just gonna take that and go home.
You learned something about 3 of them.
Yes, I learned something about 4 of them. I count Paspadura not being important as something Rakcharr. Absolutely. And Rakcharr learned that he doesn't want to have anything to do with Caltho the Hutt. That is like, fuck, son of a bitch, run away.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
You did learn something important about some other people.
Shreya Ordasa, university professor. Shit, I have no idea where the fuck she might spend her time. Is there like a university? No, she's off. She's not from Cloud City, so.
No.
Well.
Well, she's not here on business, so mind you, she's probably acting pretty normal right now.
Yeah. Well, you go back to the others then. I'll try to think of something to do.
Back to the 3 Musketeers? What are you guys doing now?
I don't know, I'm pretty sure I've got what I need. I just need to think about the damn cloud car.
You actually haven't made the spike yet, though, have you?
Alright. A lot of sitting down and doing things for Lissa in the future.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So, what do you guys want to do? There's lots of options.
See if we can track down some of the opposing team and punch them in the kidneys a few times.
Well, I just figured it could hit up some bars and try to identify workers of the different teams if you wanted to trail them.
Pretty much all of
Sounds
them.
like a plan.
Pretty much all of the pit crews and stuff like that go to that one bar that you were there that one time, and you got the feeling that not that they weren't talking, but it was only Old Sav because Old Sav is easy to drink under the table, I guess.
Well, the entire point
He's
isn't
a
to get them
gossip.
to talk; it's to figure out which team they're with,
It's to stalk them.
and then
Oh,
find out if they're going on shift soon or something, and stalk them.
Stalker.
Not so much try to pump them for information.
Stalker.
Yes.
Right. You can do that.
That's what I'm doing.
And Jay will go along. He'll be a stalker for indicated targets.
Because it would be really weird if I identify them and then, like, 5 minutes later, I follow them down the street.
Actually, getting him a less noticeable paint job might be something to do first. Something that'll blend in Cloud City.
Spray paint is A-okay.
Pretty much. Any sort of matte uniform color will be fine.
Matte black.
All right.
That's whatever. Matte black, matte white.
I'm not going for candy pink.
Whatever.
Matte
As long as
candy
it
pink.
blends in.
That'll take roughly an hour and a half of actual painting because you have to do the paint job and hour and a half to do paint job, making sure everything dries correctly, and then touch up imperfections because, god damn it.
I'm just picturing him standing there like, this is awful. Tape over his eyes.
It'll be
Just
rough.
wait for the acetone bath later.
Ah.
As everything inside shorts out.
Anyways, that'll be roughly 45 credits to 50 credits. I'll just make it 50. That's easy. It's a 50 credit cost if you want your droid to get painted, and we'll be back here within 2 hours to get him.
We have to drop him off.
It's like a dry cleaner.
Look, while they're painting Jay, I need to get to work on this spike.
Have fun, Jay.
All right. You can make the split. You could make the spike at the vehicle burst because there's actual tools there. The thing about to actually create one, it's going to be they're pretty easy to make. The things are simple enough to acquire. You can repurpose a bunch of data pads and other electronic devices, but if you don't have enough of them, which I don't know if you do, it'll cost you around 300 credits to actually get the parts.
All right. Let's
I
see.
mean, this is all
I
kind
have
of an investment.